Kurunji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurunji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurunjischoolnkl.in.
Students, so in this video now we are going to discuss regarding viruses information continuation, means some more information of viruses I have given in previous video. So before try to see this video, try to first you see this previous video, later come and watch this video. So here maximum information I have given related to the virus. Next one, so somewhat means detailed information of viruses, means structural concern. Next one here, subviral agents, means viroids as well as prions information. So among that particular information, so here lichens information, means in this particular case, this is the last and final concept of biological classification. Come, let us have a look on this. Okay, now you see there. So in this video, continuation of viruses, now I have given. So now the protein coat, virus protein coat is called capsid. So protein coat is called capsid, and this particular protein coat is made up of capsomeres. One more time, protein coat is called capsid, made up of capsomeres, and these capsomeres are capsid. Okay, capsid. Why? Because capsid is made up of capsomeres only, no. So this particular capsid protects the nucleic acid. Don't forget, definitely nucleic acid is present within the capsid. So and this capsid is made up of proteins. Next one, these capsomeres, which one? These are all involved in the formation of capsid. No, these capsomeres are arranged in helical or polyhedral geometric forms. So this up to here in previous video also I have given. So this point, but I would like to give you by one more time. Okay, now protein coat is called as capsid, and this protein coat is made up of capsomeres, and this particular capsid protects the nucleic acid, and these capsomeres are arranged in helical form or polyhedral geometric form. So likewise some more information. So now let us learn the new information. So now in general, this point textbook point, so directly textbook point only. So what is that? No, in general, viruses that infects the plants have single stranded RNA. So here ssRNA, no, single stranded RNA. So in general, viruses that infects the plants have single stranded RNA. Next one, viruses that have infects the viruses that infects the animals have either single stranded or double stranded RNA. So don't forget. So what are the viruses infects the animals? No, there either single stranded or double stranded RNA or double stranded DNA. So this point you try to remember clearly in plants. So definitely, so what are the viruses comes, means viruses with a single stranded RNA only will come and infect. Whereas in animals, so there are two different types of nucleic acids, means in viruses, no, animals, means here the viruses, so which infects the animals. So there two different types of nucleic acids we can be seen. One is RNA is there as well as DNA also is there. RNA concerned single stranded as well as a double stranded type of RNAs, means some such kind of viruses will cause the infections in animals, whereas DNA concern only double-stranded DNA only is present. Okay, so means so that kind of viruses only infects the animals. So try to listen this one carefully. Next one, viruses cause diseases like. So here I have mentioned there are different types of diseases of viruses or diseases of viruses we are seeing. So what are those? Mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza, AIDS. Okay, so likewise there are different types of viruses, viral diseases we are observing. One more time: mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza and AIDS. So definitely this AIDS we will be observing in humans. This particular disease also is caused by viruses. So that's we know very well, no need to discuss this point actually. Next one, in plants concerned. So in plants symptoms can be, so here the symptoms of viral diseases, how you can be seen. No, symptoms of those is mosaic formation. So first one is mosaic formation, leaf rolling, leaf curling, yellowing, yellow clearing, vein clearing, dwarfing and stunted growth. One more time, what are the diseases we can be seen in plants through or by viruses means, one more time: mosaic formation, leaf mosaic formation, leaf rolling, leaf curling, yellowing and vein clearing, dwarfing and stunted growth. So likewise there are different types of plant related diseases we can be seen. So all these plant related diseases are caused by viruses. So this point also is important, try to save in your mind. Next one more information concern. So now details of some kind of viruses. So some kind of viruses examples now let us see. So there, what are the examples I have taken? So TMV. So next one is pox virus or variola disease or variola virus. Next one is AIDS and one more is T4 bacteriophage. So likewise there are different types of viruses I have taken. First of all, so let us have a look on the TMV. So TMV means, in our previous video itself I have given information. So tobacco mosaic virus. So definitely it is a rod like structure. So it is being like a rod and length or long is 3000 angstroms long and the diameter width or diameter is 180 angstroms and the molecular weight is so 39.4 into 10 to the power of 6 Daltons. DA indicates Dalton. So molecular weight. So based on this one, now we can understand one point: molecular weight units are Daltons. So now some kind of viruses TMV is a rod like and 3000 angstroms long and 180 angstroms in diameter and molecular weight is 39.4 into 10 to the power of 6 Daltons. Okay. Next one, 2130 means 2130 capsomeres are arranged in helically to form a capsid. Here the number also is important. Means here for the formation of one capsid, how many number of capsomeres are required for the TMV structure? 2130. So 2130 capsomeres definitely are required for the formation of one capsid. Next one there. RNA strand is a helical. So based on that one, here we can understand. So in TMV, genetic material is, in a tobacco mosaic virus, genetic material is RNA and single stranded RNA consists of 6400 number of nucleotides. So this point also is important. So based on that, the length of a single stranded RNA in a TMV is so 6400 nucleotides. Don't forget these numbers, numericals definitely important. So capsomeres concerned, 2130 capsomeres are there. Next one, nucleotides concerned, 6400 nucleotides are there. Next one, molecular weight concerned, 39.6 into 10 to the power of 6 Daltons molecular weight is there. Next one, the ratio of nucleotides and capsomeres. The ratio of nucleotides and capsomeres. Okay, ma. So second example, pox virus. So that is variola, another name. So it is a casual agent of smallpox. So definitely smallpox disease is caused by pox virus. So next one, favorite one is AIDS virus. Consists of single stranded RNA in 2 copies. Means 2 copies of a single stranded RNA is present in AIDS. Next one, T4 bacteriophage has tadpole. One more time, T4 bacteriophage has a tadpole-like structure with polyhedral head. With polyhedral head connected to a helical tail. So likewise, there are different types of viruses structures we can be seen. Okay, next one, diagrams and everything. No, so your 3D videos we will upload. At the time you can see these related 3D diagrams of 3D diagrams of viruses. Next one, subviral agents. Subviral agents. So first one is viroids. Viroids concerned, they are smallest self-replicating particles. They are smallest self-replicating particles which were discovered by T.O. Diner in 1971. So one more time, viroids. These viroids are smaller self-replicating particles. So which were discovered by T.O. Diner in 1971. So generally these viroids are the smaller than the viruses. Don't forget, this point is important. Viroids are smaller than the viruses. Definitely discovered by the T.O. Diner. And definitely these particles, means even though these are particles are smaller than the viruses, definitely having which one? Self-replicating nature. So definitely having self-replicating nature. So next one, these viroids are infectious RNA particles which are devoid of protein coat. So definitely, so what is the point here we can be seen? In case of viruses, what is the point we have seen? Viruses are made up of nucleoproteins. Viruses, don't get confused. Viruses are made up of nucleoproteins, but in these viroids, consist of only RNA. But which one is absent? Protein coat is absent. Devoid means absent or lack of. Likewise, we can be taken. So means in viroids, what is information we can be taken? So in comparison of viruses consist of both protein coat as well as nucleic acids. But viroids consist of only mRNA or consist of RNA. So just consist of RNA particles, and which one is absent? Protein coat is absent. Next one, they are obligatory parasite or obligate parasites. Means for this one also definitely which one is required? Host is required. Without a host cannot survive. So that is the meaning of obligate. Next one, molecular weight is very low. So don't forget, this point also is important. Molecular weight of the viroids is low. Don't forget the textbook point. So definitely they will ask in examinations. So means in viroids molecular weight is very low and smaller than the viruses. So now only I have given. So definitely these viroids are smaller than the viruses. Next one. So what are the diseases? So definitely what are the diseases caused by these viroids means? So the one important disease is there. Name is potato spindle tuber disease. One more time, potato spindle tuber disease. So this particular potato spindle tuber disease is caused by viroids. So now till now, what is information we don't know? Subviral agents. So here once you see that protein coat is made up of capsid. So definitely this capsid is made up of capsomeres. This particular capsid protects the nucleic acid, and here definitely this capsomeres shape is a helical or polyhedral geometric. Next one, generally, so viruses that infects the plants have single stranded RNA. Next one, viruses which infects the animals having either single stranded or double stranded RNA and or double-stranded DNA. Okay. Next one, viruses cause diseases like mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza, AIDS. Next one, in plants, mosaic pattern or mosaic leaf mosaic formation, leaf rolling, leaf curling, yellowing, vein clearing, dwarfing and stunted growth. So likewise somewhat information. Next one, somewhat structural details of viruses. First one is TMV. So this one is rod shaped structure, 3000 angstroms of long, 180 angstroms in diameter. Next one, molecular weight is 39.4 into 10 to the power of 6 Daltons. Next one, number of capsomeres here 2130 and arranged in helical form. Next one, definitely their genetic material is single stranded RNA. So and this particular single stranded RNA length is 6400 nucleotides. Next one, the ratio of nucleotides with capsomeres is 3:1. So next one, pox virus. This particular pox virus causes smallpox diseases. AIDS virus definitely consist of a single stranded RNA with 2 copies. Next one, T4 bacteriophage. So head is polyhedral head. So next one, tail is ahelical tail is present. Next one, subviral agents concern viroids. So under viroids, so first point is discovered by Tivodine. So definitely it is smaller than the viruses. So and protein coat is absent. Next, just RNA only is present. Next one, molecular weight is very low and causes so some kind of diseases. For example, potato spindle tuber disease. That is potato spindle tuber disease. Okay. So this particular potato spindle tuber disease we can be seen or it is caused by the viroids. Next one, prions concerned. So these prions are discovered by Alper et al. So scientist name itself Alper, EALPER spelling Alper et al. So along with Alper, his colleagues also are there. That's why I have written as Alper et al. So these Alper and his colleagues discovered the prions. Now prions point of view, first important point, what is that now? So proteinaceous infectious particles means in prions protein coat only is present. Protein coat only is present means what is the point here we can understand? Genetic material is absent. But in case of viroids, which one is present? Genetic material is present and protein coat is absent. Now in prions, protein coat only is present and genetic material is absent. So that is the point I have written here. Proteinaceous infectious particles are there and causing certain diseases like Kuru disease. Kuru disease is nothing but laughing death disease in humans. Okay, so Kuru disease is nothing but laughing death disease in humans. Next one, bovine spongiform encephalopathy. One more time, one more disease is bovine spongiform encephalopathy, simply BSE or mad cow disease in cattle, and it is analogous variant in humans. So what is a disease? No, C or Jacob disease. So simply CJD. Okay. Next one more disease also we can be seen, that is Scarpy disease in sheep. So one more time let us see. So definitely proteinaceous prions only consist of a protein coat, and this particular even the protein coat only is present, that is also causes some kind of diseases in different types of organisms. So now here what are the diseases? Kuru disease, bovine spongiform encephalopathy or mad cow, and one more in humans C or Jacob disease. Next one in sheep, Scarpy. So there are different types of diseases are caused by the prions. Next one, what is information now? Lichens. So before start to learn regarding lichens, so now let us have a look on the viroids as well as prions by one more time. So now here what is the information of prions, viroids concerned? So these are all the smallest living organisms when compared to the viruses. Small living or smallest one. So definitely, so these viroids are discovered by Diner. Next one, So here genetic material only is present in viroids, genetic material only is present and protein coat is absent. Next one, obligatory parasites and molecular weight is very low. Next one, so these viroids causes potato spindle tuber disease, tuber disease. Next one, prions concern, okay, prions concern Alpher et al. Next one, these prions proteinaceous infectious particles causing certain disease like Kuru disease, laughing death disease in humans. Next one, bovine spongiform encephalopathy or mad cow disease in cattle and its analogous variant, that is C or Jacob disease, CJD in humans. Next one, scurvy disease in sheep, scurvy disease in sheep. So likewise, so somewhat which one subviral agents means viroids as well as prions. Actually one important point now I will give you, try to save in your mind, that is viroids as well as prions. Viroids as well as prions are acellular or simply non-cellular, acellular or non-cellular. So try to save this point in your mind. Next one, lichens. So lichens means here, one more time, one point I will give you, that is viroids, prions and lichens. So these three members are not included under 5 kingdom classification. Okay, in 3 members, viroids and prions both are non-cellular organisms and the lichens are cellular organisms. You try to save this point in your mind. Now next one, lichens are symbiotic associations. So that is a mutual association is there, useful associations between the algae and fungi. So one more time, lichens are, so we can be seen symbiotic association. So we can be seen association, what is the type? No, symbiotic association. Symbiotic association means definitely, so both organisms are mutually benefited. Okay, so means what are the organisms or together forms the lichen means. So already in a previous video I think so I have given, but suppose if not, definitely now I will give you by one more time. So here the association of algal members with fungal members. So here when algal members as well as fungal members associated together, so definitely lichens formation takes place, and here these algal members as well as fungal members live as like mutually. So association will be like mutual, means both will be benefited together. Okay, now in this particular case, algal component is known as phycobiont. Algal component is known as phycobiont, and now fungal members is known as mycobiont. Don't forget, algal component phycobiont, fungal component mycobiont. Now algal component, okay, algal component phycobiont, autotrophic nature. So definitely algal members has the capability to perform the process of photosynthesis, so thereby prepare its own food. So next one, mycobiont means a fungal related one, fungal members are heterotrophic. So what is the information they have given? No, algal members prepare food for fungi and for itself also. Okay, and fungi, whereas a fungi provides a shelter and absorbs the nutrients and minerals and water for its partner means. So here what is the information? Once you see there, algal member prepare the food materials and somewhat food materials it sent to the or forward to the fungi also. Now fungi members, what it will do? It will provide shelter and absorbs the mineral nutrients and water from the soil or from the ground and forward to its partner. So likewise both organisms will be benefited. So likewise somewhat information, so we can be seen interesting points between the algae as well as fungi. Now here lichens are very good pollution indicators. So this point also is important. Lichens are very good pollution indicators. They do not grow in polluted areas. So here based on that one, based on this point, one point we learned, that is lichens are pollution indicators. One more time, lichens or pollution indicators. So where we are observing or where we are seeing lichens, no, indirectly we can understand one point there, that particular area is not polluted. And where we are unable to see or where we are not able to see these lichens, So where we are not seeing, no, so because of the absence of these lichens we can understand, so that particular area is polluted. Okay ma? So lichens are very good pollution indicators, they do not grow in polluted areas. So this point also try to save in your mind. Next one, lichens are pioneers in ecological succession in xerosphere and lithosphere. So this point already in plus 2 I will explain. So lichens or pioneers in ecological succession in xerosphere means, what is the meaning? No, suppose here what is when rocks are going to be converted into soil. Okay, so means, so first of all bare rock. So bare rock means that particular area is not occupied by the any kind of living organisms before. So that particular place only we will be taking as bare rock. On the bare rock, what is the thing? No, lichens first go and sit on that one. So due to the activity of lichens or when this activity of lichens is going on, no, so some kind of secretions released from the lichens, and these secretions or the enzymes, so definitely helps to the formation of soil by the process of weathering. So thereby gradually, so rocks are gradually converted into soil, so there provides the suitable conditions to the formation of plants or ecological succession. That's why in bare rocks, so in bare rocks which one is present on that bare rocks for the first time means lichens. So that's why these lichens we will be calling by one more name as pioneers. So pioneers, don't forget pioneers. So next one, so they show antagonistic effect. So which one? Lichens show antagonistic effect. They show antagonistic effect over the growth of mosses as well as liverworts. Antagonistic effect means opposite. So definitely these lichens shows antagonistic effect on the definitely on the mosses as well as liverworts. So up to here, so somewhat information I have given related to the lichens. Once the lichens information I will revise. So let us close this chapter. Now first of all you see there, lichens association definitely is a symbiotic association between the algae as well as fungi. Symbiotic association between the algae and fungi. Now in this particular case, no, algal component or the algal member simply we will be calling as phycobiont, and fungal member is known as mycobiont. Now in here two organisms are associated together. Now here which one is a photosynthetic capacity is there? Definitely for the algal member. So algal member we will be calling as a phycobiont. No, so now this phycobiont is autotrophic nature or it has autotrophic nature, whereas mycobiont is heterotrophic. So means in comparison of two organisms, fungal members absorbs the food material, absorbs the nutrients and water and minerals and supplies to the algal member, that is phycobiont, and this particular phycobiont prepare its own food, so and supplies to its partner. So likewise mutual interaction we can be seen. Next one, lichens are very good pollution indicators. So definitely lichens are very good pollution indicators. So means based on that one, suppose here we are observing lichens means, so that particular area we can understand it, that particular area is not polluted. Means here based on that one, lichens are good pollution indicators. Means we could not see the presence of lichens in polluted areas. So that point also try to save in your mind. Next one, lichens are pioneers in ecological succession in xerosphere and lithosphere. So means definitely suppose by the process of weathering, when the rocks are going to be converted into soil, so in that particular area, so for the first time, so that particular area is invaded by the lichens. So these lichens first of all sit over the bare rock, and by the secretion of some kind of secretions as well as enzymes, that particular bare rocks are gradually converted into soil. So next one forms the, so gradually, so we can be seeing the succession of plants. So means in bare rocks for the first time lichens only will go and sit over the or occupy the particular bare rocks. That's why here the lichens we will be calling by one more name, pioneers. Okay, xerosphere or the lithosphere means so on terrestrial. So on terrestrial means on the land. Suppose on the land, which one? Suppose if the plants succession is going to be started means on the land. Okay, so means for the first time the plants are going to be originated on the land or a terrestrial area. So such particular area we can be taken as a lithosphere, and dry areas means here the plant succession is going to be taken on dry areas, we can be taken as xerosphere. Next one, lichens or antagonistic effect. Definitely lichens show antagonistic effect over the growth of mosses as well as liverworts. Antagonistic effect we can be seen, antagonistic effect we can be seen, so on the growth of the mosses as well as liverworts. Now next one, so actually this information, so here two important points I would like to give you. So these 2 points are actually not related to the lichens, so but these two information or these 2 points are belongs to the viruses information. So but I would like to give you, try to save in your mind that this is largest viruses. The largest viruses are vaccina virus and one more is pox virus. One more time, largest virus is vaccina virus and pox virus. Next one, smallest virus is foot and mouth disease virus. Smallest one is foot and mouth disease virus, and one more is polio virus. One more time, largest viruses vaccina virus and one more is pox virus. Smallest viruses foot and mouth disease virus and one more is polio virus. So this is somewhat information regarding which one viruses, viroids, prions, lichens. Okay, so in this particular case viroids and prions are acellular organisms, lichens are cellular organisms. Now viruses are bigger than the viroids, or viroids are smaller than the viruses. Viroids only consist of genetic material and absence of protein coat we can be seen, whereas in prions protein coat only is present and genetic material is absent. So likewise somewhat information we have seen related to the biological classification. So this is somewhat information regarding to the biological classification chapter. So in the next video definitely I will discuss new chapter. Okay, thank you.